Hello world, Alexandre Buckley here, and let's talk games. Now once again I am looking at Apple Arcade, the new service from Apple, the creators of all things technical and smart and from the world of Apple, like your iPhone, your Mac and all that. Now for those of you that don't know and are new to the channel, I'm doing a series at the moment where I'm exploring this new service, and if you don't know what Apple Arcade is, I have done a video for it, so please check the description. But in a nutshell, Apple Arcade is a new service, sort of an a la carte service where you can sign up for one fee and basically get access to a load of new and exclusive games that you can play on any of your Apple devices, like your mobile phone or your Mac or your iPad. That's pretty much it. If you want more information, please check it out in the description and there'll be a link to the video. But today I'm looking at what's possibly one of the best games on the system. It's called Hot Lava. It's been getting a very huge sort of response from people, mainly because of the graphics. As you can see, they do look great. They've got this great art style to it. I have noticed as well that the video quality is a little bit choppier and sharper around the edges. What I basically done is done a screen recording of my iPhone, so it does look a little bit sharper. Obviously on your phone, when it's compressed down the image, it looks a lot more crisp and a lot more clean. It does upscale a bit better when you play it on your Mac or onto an iPad as well, but that's the reason the pictures don't look as sharp. But yeah, this is Hot Lava, and it's been sort of, I've seen a few people review it at the moment. I've seen a few articles on it. They said this is one of the better games on the platform. So what is it all about? Well, Hot Lava essentially has got this really fantastic intro video, which is based on sort of this 80s, 70s, 80s retro kind of, action cartoon Saturday morning vibe and everything, and it's very cheesy, it's very over the top, and this is almost like a parody but also a love letter to it. And essentially you play as this child who's obsessed with this cartoon, and he's compelled, this character's kind of compelled to do good or kind of compelled to do evil. He kind of switches in between different states depending on what's said. I mean, all of that is kind of irrelevant. The basic point is you're obsessed with this character and you go into this sort of alternative state where you basically try and do a little bit of platforming, but you don't hit the floor because the floor is literally lava. I mean, you can get more into the plot if you want to, but to be honest with you, it's more just for a joke. So this is basically the gameplay. You run and you jump and you don't hit the floor, and that's basically it. The floor is lava. If you hit the floor, obviously you will die. A few things about this game. Visually, it looks great. That's the first thing. The sound is awesome, so they put a lot of effort into the sound effects and all that type of stuff. The one thing I would say, and this has been a recurring theme with Apple Arcade at the moment, the touchscreen controls, I really struggled with this on the mobile phone controls. I found it really difficult. Now of course in the new iOS and operating system you can now pair up a controller, which is how I recorded this actually. I paired up my PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 controller and it works brilliantly. And the main reason it works brilliantly is because I can control the camera with one thumbstick and move with the left thumbstick and then jump with the X. What is the X or the circle button? I think it's the X button. Which makes the game a lot easier to control and a lot more enjoyable. And I mean, I'm going through this level pretty quickly. I am dying a lot, which is another thing as well. You die a lot in this game because we'll get to controls in a second, but essentially when you do this with a touchscreen, what you find with like the iPad, and you find this with the iPhone as well, as you tilt the iPad, that's sort of how you view the world. It's not like you've got to lift it up completely above your head, but it's like it kind of works out that you're positioning the phone sort of forward, and that's where the character sort of looks down because you're in this first person type of view, which is a nice effect. But then the problem is you've also got to touch the screen to move forward and jump, and it's just not the best control system. It does not work well at all, and you find it very frustrating. And I actually wanted to quit this game really quickly, and I thought, well, this may be a good game. I quit that, set up the controller just to test it again, and I found, like most games on the service, when you pair up a controller, it's a lot easier to control and it works a lot better. That being said, as we go for the controls, they're fine. It's not the best controlled game. I did find that there's a lot of things that is quite tricky just to sort of get the positioning right and the timing just right. It's not the easiest thing to pick up and play. It does have this kind of curvature level. It's fine, and that's kind of the main thing of this game. If I say there's one criticism, it would be the controls aren't the best, as you will die a lot trying to do this. But that being said, I think it's a very unique concept. It's very fun. It's very addictive. You can easily spend a good half an hour on this and then go, oh, how where'd that time go? Because it's very engaging gameplay. It's very good. Graphically, it's great. The music is great. The little cutscenes and animations are fantastic as well. And I like that the game just naturally progresses and introduces new elements to keep things spiced up. And as you can see now, when you complete a level, you unlock extra things like bonuses, like customizable packs and stuff like that. And there's little levels you can go up to for each level, a section to improve and gain more things to unlock. And it's really charming, but it has this real great sort of style to it and this great voice to it, and it's a very unique game. It's not something that is going to sort of, you know, compete with a flagship AAA title or anything like that, but as far as the games in the system at the moment, it is a step above mobile games, but it's not something that's going to, you know, break ground and take over. That's the thing. And the reason I'm saying that, because that sounds pretty obvious, because, you know, it's a mobile platform, but when you think about it logically, the key thing of Apple Arcade is you now are in this position where, yes, it works on your mobile phone, but it also works on the Mac. And if you have an Apple TV, for example, you can pair this up with your TV and play this on your normal TV like you would with a console. So you're at this position now where if they get a good title on there, they get something big on there, then this could literally be the thing that sort of makes you consider, do you need a games console anymore? And at the moment it just feels like this is the best version. I've not found anything on Apple Arcade to sort of make me think that, but it feels like this is the peak of mobile gaming essentially. Because again, nice thing about this, unique games, you can't get them anywhere else, which is lovely. The graphics are great, there's a good story to this, there's great charm to this, but it's just, again, it's a mobile game, and that's kind of the thing. They're sort of designed to almost take a little bit of your time, but nothing too serious, and you kind of get this feeling like there's been nothing yet that's kept me sort of engaged and maybe want to stay around for a sustained period of time, like I would get if I was playing a game on a console or a PC. And that's kind of the main sort of Achilles heel of Apple Arcade, but that's kind of a different point altogether. In essence, this is a really good title, probably one of the best ones on the actual platform. As you can see, I die a lot in this game because timing is everything in this, and it's not as easy as you think. And if you think I'm dying a lot now, this is when I've got a controller paired up, so when you see me do this without a controller, I am absolutely terrible at this game. But yeah, it's one of the better games on the actual platform, and I really enjoyed it. It does that thing as well where it wants to connect to the internet to play. I have no idea why, I don't really get the point of that, but whatever. That didn't seem to affect the gameplay or anything like that. And I really like it. And I'd say this is probably one of the top games that I've played on the platform quite comfortably, and I do think you should definitely check it out. And again, this is the beauty of Apple Arcade. If you don't get on with the game for whatever reason, you just delete it, and because you are paying for a subscription service, there's no sort of like commitment to it or anything like that. If you don't get on the game, you can delete it and just move straight on. But I think this has been one of the best games on the actual platform, and I'm really happy with it. And that is going to do it pretty much for my review of Hot Lava. I do think you should check it out. It's one of the leading titles on the platform. I think it's excellent, and I enjoyed it very much, and I'd say you should definitely check it out. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if you didn't enjoy this video, well, the other button does work as well, but there's no need to push that button, because why push that button, you know? Instead of, you know, hitting the other button, what you could do is leave me a comment and tell me, what would you like me to improve on, or what would you like me to focus on? That would work. And also, if you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe, because it does help me out, help me build the platform up and everything like that as well. And I'm going to be trying to release a lot more videos in the near future as well, so you don't want to miss any of that. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Have a great week, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.